Don't forget the light.
Should I use this?
A warning would have been great. Anyways, it feels quiet. Am I deaf?
The microphones feel quiet, or it just...
Just in my ears.
What is happening here? Okay, it's crispy. Yeah, I'm ready. Okay.
What are we talking about again? Relationship standards. Yeah, I forgot.
3, 2, 1. Yeah. Oh, man, we got it on lock.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Ni hao, dumplings, right? That's our intro. Wait, you had one.
I had one, but I forgot.
Julia.
Yeah, sorry.
One job, bro. She has one job.
Next episode.
Next episode. All right, perfect. Okay, today's topic, I think, gonna be a very highly rated one. I feel like it's a spicy little topic.
It's a pretty good topic.
Yeah, but relationship standards, and I guess everything that has to do with relationships. And I'm talking about like the lovey-dovey type of relationship, and not like
friendships,
like friendships and stuff. Because we've gone over that. We went over. If you didn't watch our last episode, that was a friendship episode, and now we've moved past that onto the dating scene.
Spooky.
Yeah, man, I've got such good advice. I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Advice.
I'm so ready. I'm so ready for our viewers to hear
we'll see.
all the things I've got to say, because it's top tier advice. Like I said, if you ain't gonna be married and pregnant after this, like,
sue his ass.
Whoa.
That's for sure.
Let's
if that advice is that good.
Okay, it's good, but it's not great.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Nah, we'll see.
Okay. Where do you want to start?
A lot of times now, man, it's kind of interesting because relationships are so, I mean, I've only ever been in one generation, but looking at it, I think it's a lot more difficult now than it has ever been to be in a relationship. And I don't know if that's just from too many options or the lack of people actually wanting to deal with the bullshit that comes with a relationship.
The audacity of people. Like, I think right now, because it's so free of like, you can say whatever the fuck you want.
Right.
It sets standards so weird.
Uh-huh.
Everybody's living in delusion.
Yeah. Instead
of being realistic.
Are there more repercussions, or do you think there's less repercussions than there were before?
No, I think that causes more repercussions because like they're so high into their delusion that no one will ever meet that standard, right?
Too much expectation, right?
Yeah, there's too much.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I understand it because
you're one of them.
Yeah, you guys have heard me say this before, you know? Victoria's Secret model, billionaire, does everything, cooks, cleans.
All of the above.
Drives me around, like shit.
The perfect trophy wife.
Absolutely.
Yeah. No, that is...
Both trophy wife and breadwinner of the house.
What the hell?
Crazy standards.
No.
The standards for relationship now, it's too crazy. I think people are wanting too much, and they're not willing to give anything in return. They expect all of this, but then they're not any of that.
Exactly. No, 100%. 100%. It's a double-edged sword for sure.
Yeah.
Double standards is crazy. Because girls want, I can't speak for all girls, but majority. Built like a linebacker, hella money.
Nice car.
Yep, nice car.
Good fashion sense.
Yep.
Also funny and humorous.
Yep.
Charismatic. Like, they want every single
But not too charismatic to where other girls are gonna try to steal them.
But they also want other girls to be interested in them too, right?
Yeah, so then they can flaunt it and be like, that's my man.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a lot of bullshit is what it is. And let's talk about it. Like, the reality is like people be too into their books that they're reading, so like certain characters or movies they're watching, you know?
So like the movie standard, the book standards are way too damn high.
It's too unrealistic. Okay, for most of the girls out there that are getting those type of men, congratulations. You made it. Good for you.
But that's like 1% type thing, right? No?
Yes. But my other thing is my saying that I always go for when it comes to relationships or anybody, it's God does not give you everything. So homeboy might give you the looks, you know, all this and that.
Yep.
Behind closed door, he could be batshit fucking abusive or like dense as a board. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not going to be sunshine and rainbows for everything.
I think it's another thing too is that there's a lack of effort now. And I guess it's hard to put in effort, right? So from a male's standpoint, I don't know if this is the right way to put it, but why am I trying if I'm not like constantly getting rejected? And like there's better ways to spend my time and my money than on somebody's entitled daughter, right?
That's true.
I'm not saying this as like if all females are like this, but I think there's so many of them out there that it's actually crazy, and it deteriorates people away from wanting to date and wanting to be in those relationships. And the type of people who are willing to bend to those rules and to that standard aren't typically the type of people who are ready for those relationships. And I think that's why so many people are complaining about, oh, there's nobody out there, when there's literally 7 billion people on the planet. And there's like so many fucking options.
They're movie characters. It's not Michael B. Jordan coming to sweep them off
their feet and give them everything and yada yada yada.
Or be willing to fight 10 suitors.
Right.
You know, it's not that. You'll never get that. That's why they'll never be ready.
Man, they got too much. They got too much choice. I think back then, the circle and like who you would meet and who were like a suitable individual for you to get into a relationship and have a family and, you know, continue down that road, you'd probably meet like a handful of people.
Oh, 100%.
But now you got like the dating apps. You could be dating in a different city.
A different country. A different planet.
Right. Like literally, it's so insane. And I think the delusion of having that choice is what's making people think that, oh, even if I do find somebody that's a 7 out of 10, as in like they check out 7 out of your 10 boxes
standards,
or whatever, like your main standards, they're still searching for that 10 out of 10.
100%.
And like they'll just give it up. Like they don't want to work towards anything.
Yeah, for sure. And it's also the delusion of like, what is it called? Wow, I lost my train of thought. Literally it was like on the tip of my tongue. What was I going to say?
I don't know. I think there's just too many silly ass hoes out there.
Period. That part. Damn, I'm so mad because it was actually a really good point. I'll get back to it. Anyways, continue on.
Maybe the over sexualization of, I guess, both sides now, especially like the female sides. We got like a bunch of OnlyFans creators. Sex has never been, I guess, more accessible.
Right.
In like a man's eyes. And also, I swear to God, every single movie or show or something that's like coming out now
is all about sex.
It's like super raunchy. And like you didn't see that before.
No.
Like I remember like growing up, like you seeing somebody like kissing in a movie and that'd be like, I don't know, rated R because
super taboo. Like you shouldn't even be like making that movie.
Back in the day when they're like, you know, showing off ankles and shoulders and shit, and that was all like, oh my God, like what the fuck?
That's too much. Now,
like, people be walking out into stories and like I swear like there are girls who go out every single day and they're just wearing their undergarments and they pass it off as clothes.
It's actually astronomically crazy when I see
insane.
that.
I'm like, yo, like your booty cheeks are straight out in the grocery store. Like
for real. But then they're like, when men act upon it, because you're showcasing yourself, then they're like, men are nasty. Like they can't even respect a woman's body. Valid at a certain stance. Right. But at the same time, you can't be going out doing that because in the back of my mind, any female that's doing that has the intention. Yeah. Of getting that attention, right? I hate that shit. That shit pisses me off so much. Yeah. It's just like blasting guys for doing certain things, like, oh, I want a relationship, but all men are the same because they're this, and this. And I'm like, but you're the one that's doing that. Yeah. Like, you're showcasing that and with the intention of getting that reaction just to flame on dudes. That's why I'm a woman hater.
There's hypocrisy, but there's also hypocrisy on both sides, you know?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like, honestly, there's a lot of guys who are like, I hate having to chase a female for this and that and to be able to get into a relationship and like, oh, it's so much effort and yada, yada, yada. But I mean, we grew up knowing those standards.
Right,
you know?
right.
Like, those standards are already set. We got it a lot easier nowadays because now the woman does pick up a lot of that slack.
100%.
Right? Because like, bro, back then, the guys were always going to be the breadwinner. So then you'd have to buy a house, buy a car. You'd have to take care of a stay-at-home wife and like all these kids. But now women are like, they're in the workforce now, like just as much as guys are. And sometimes
even better.
Yeah, sometimes they even got better jobs, higher paying jobs and all that type of stuff. And they're bringing home the money and they're taking care of things and all that, you know? And I think like one part of it is guys are using that as an excuse and they're like, oh, I don't like that. I want to be the breadwinner. I want to be like, it's a competition to them, you know?
100%. Like, and it might be just your guys' chemistry though.
It could be.
It's like a man's pride and ego, right? Like you don't want biologically someone lesser than you to be better than you.
I don't know. I think that just butthurt over the fact that other people's opinions are making them think that way, because honestly, that's all it is. Bro, I'd be fucking honored to have my wife make more money than me.
You'd be like, scrubbing toilets for her. Whatever she asks.
Yo, I'd be cooking, I'd be cleaning, like fucking, I'll wear the entire outfit, bro. Like shit, like.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I think it's funny how the script is flipping. Things are just changing and it's moving in such a weird direction that I don't think anybody knows how to act properly.
100% not at all, because I feel like even though the roles are flipping to a certain extent, it's creating that entitlement.
110%.
And delusion.
Insane.
So basically what I was going to say earlier, I remembered now.
Okay, yeah.
Females, or actually people in general, actually I should say this because it probably goes on both sides, but it's the whole quote of like, don't chase, attract. So when it comes to relationships or starting relationships, it's a constant game of like push and pull, right? Yeah. And people sometimes just don't know the fine line of,
bro,
that's too much pusher. That's too much pull. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, why are you toying with the person? Like, if you like them, they like you, just straight out be like, bam, 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 let's get to business. Yep. Instead of being like this and that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like it's...
Why can't it just be easy? Like, I kind of understand, like, kind of, like, seeing how each other's emotions are. You don't know if the other person is interested in you and, you know, like, vice versa. So it's scary when you're, like, the person initiating, right? And I feel like a lot of time now, guys are afraid to initiate because, like, they're afraid of the answer.
That's
like,
for damn sure.
They're afraid of hearing that no, you know? But I think it's so... Rewarding is not the right word, but it's, like... It's clarifying.
Yeah.
Because like once you hear that no, then you're like, okay, now I don't have to spend like my brain power like thinking about like what if.
Right.
I think we need that. And people are just shying away from that so much that it's turning into like an epidemic.
Oh,
like it's an issue. Like I feel like now people, I honestly believe now are a lot lonelier than they were before.
Oh, for sure.
And they're not doing anything about that. But that's also why I kind of don't agree with that don't chase, attract type of mentality, because I think that's not helping anybody.
No, because they're just like, someone's gonna come to me. Yeah. Someone's gonna come to me.
Like, if you want it, go get that shit.
Yeah, that's
But it's
true.
also because, like, a lot of people are fucking, bro, they're, like, blind to clues.
Yeah,
like,
or they're so narrow-minded. Yeah, the social cues and everything, like, between two people, it's just, how can you not read the signs?
Yeah. But it's kind of like, how can you expect them to, like, think that way? You know?
Right.
Or, like, sometimes they won't even see it, you know? It's kind of, what is it, like, those memes where it's, like, the girls would be like, oh, I gave him all the signs. Like, I looked at him, I blinked twice. Like, is that not, like, fucking code for come talk to me? And the guy's, like, not even looking in her direction. He's probably, like, staring straight past her. If you're in a, I don't know, like, a restaurant or a bar or whatever, you know? He's probably just, like, staring straight past her at, like, the TV that has, like, the golf channel on.
No, for real, though. That's where the delusion thing comes in, too, because it's just, like, people are so narcissistic and egotistical and delusional.
Oh, I understand that 110%.
We know.
That's just me.
Yep, that's for sure. All attention's on them, right? So at any point in time, it could be like a slight glance over. Like you could be like, say it's you in the bar with a whole bunch of females and you're looking for your like guy friend.
Yeah.
And he's on the opposite side of the room and you finally catch eyes with him. But in the scanning process, you made eye contact with like 10 other girls.
Yeah.
Bet you anything 10 out of 10 of those girls are like, damn, he's so into me. Like, he was staring at me.
Oh, 110%.
Which is so nasty.
No, it's because I'm good looking, but I know that's not the case for everybody, so...
Where's the wall? Where's the wall? That's nasty. I literally cannot. That was too much.
Nah, dude, that's the perfect setup, bro. Like,
okay, moving on.
I had to. It's so weird. I don't know if I like where we're at and where society is at and how that's like working out, which is why I'm trying to push this so hard, like bring back arranged marriages. Or maybe we just need to like throw two people into like a marriage, like just forcefully, like just start assigning people up, bro.
Hell no, that shit's not gonna end well.
Raffle, like put people's names into like a raffle and start like drawing and picking names. That is so
not gonna be good. I can already tell.
I don't know. I think it could work out as long as there's like guidelines to it, you know? Like imagine if you go into like a dating box, right? Mm-hmm. You know, okay, like I'm gonna put my name in here, but here are like my 5 requirements.
Okay, that makes sense. Like, you can subcategorize it.
Right.
Okay, that's fine.
And
You
then
just meant like
the other person would also have to, it would have to be a match on both senses.
Right,
Like both sides, right? So like, let's
Yeah.
say for me, if I'm like, oh yeah, I want somebody that's blonde, good looking, and like can cook, and then like family orientated.
Yeah, and you're gonna have to find a blonde girl that's like Asian guy,
yeah. And then so
super
like,
egotistical,
whoa. You mean
narcissistic.
nope. I think you're getting it wrong here. It's got to be a blonde girl who wants an Asian guy who's super good looking, quick witted, and very sexy and humble. And then boom.
End this
a match
episode.
made-
End this episode right now. I cannot with you.
What?
What the hell? Nah.
I'm speaking all truth, bro. I'm just speaking nothing but the truth.
Exactly. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
the silence was loud. Did you hear that? Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Exactly, because it was quiet.
everything that was going in on my brain, it made sense.
That is...
It was very clarifying.
And this is why, ladies, you should set standards very high. It's for men like this.
No,
I feel like, I don't know, you do have that confidence. I will give you that.
yeah. It's all talk though. Like actually, it's like
yeah,
I'm
I
a
feel
dog
like,
that's all bark no bite. You know what I mean?
For sure.
It's like
You're a
bro,
chihuahua.
Yeah, I'll literally like go out there and I'll see a drop dead gorgeous girl. And this is another thing with guys too, is like we have this mindset where it's like we're not good enough for them.
yeah, so that was I was gonna ask you that too, because like relationship wise or trying to like chase girls in a sense.
Yeah.
Do you guys get intimidated by hot looking girls?
Oh, absolutely. I think more so it's not even intimidated by them. It's the fact that we're not good enough. Right. I think like
Right.
society has just like been pushing people down for so long that when we see a 10 out of 10 girl or, you know, whatever your preference is, the first thing that goes through our heads, or at least through my head, what the fuck can I provide? You know what I mean?
That's
It's like,
really mature of
yeah,
you, because
if I can't like give her a house, a car, and like provide like stability, and actually like in my era where I am dressed to the nines
Yeah.
and can like go and do all these activities and afford all this, that, and the other,
Mm-hmm.
she doesn't deserve to be brought down a level because of what she looks like.
Right.
And her personality like might not want all of that or might not need all of that. That's the first thing that goes through
your mind,
my
because
mind.
you're the 1%.
Yeah.
99% of these men out here will be like, damn, that's a baddie, and I'm trying to smash.
Yeah, but it's like, no, because that's another thing too. I think like bringing it back to like sex culture is kind of, it's insane how many people are like down for that one night stand, or like they're just ready to fucking like throw it away willy-nilly for somebody that they just met at a bar that they had like 2 shots with. What the fuck are we doing, guys?
That's very true.
No, like it's insane to me, and it's kind of weird. It's a weird topic, right? Statistically, now, or at least I think I've read this, but I could just be delusional and I could just be coping. More people are less sexually active now than they were before, and I probably should have done some more research. But I think just from like personally speaking, if I don't want somebody that's like ran through, then I shouldn't be ran through. You know? Yeah.
That sucks. No, for sure. No, I agree with that. I was very like traditional in that sense too. Like even growing up, like obviously our parents don't talk about sex as Asian parents.
Not at all, bro. That's like the most taboo thing.
Yeah.
Like I think that's even worse than talking about you robbing a bank or some shit. Like
100%.
Like, I think the sin that's committed for talking about sex is higher than anything else
Yeah.
on the totem pole.
Oh,
in an Asian
100%.
household.
Or like they'll like snake around it.
Yeah.
Like they'll kind of drop like hints,
Right.
but it's not directly. So they'll use like code words and you're like, what the fuck
for
are
sure.
you talking about?
Yeah. Nah, bro. Asian people are freaky, bro.
No, they're
like,
freaks. I'm telling
yeah.
you, they are
Actually
freaks. But like,
learned this like pretty recently because like I've just so blinded with all of like their jargon and stuff. But now that I know, I'm like, the fuck?
No,
You
yeah.
guys are kind of wild.
no, it's crazy. Like now that we know all the terms,
Right.
yeah, it is a little
It's a little uncomfortable at times.
It's weird. It's weird.
Yeah.
But-
very interesting.
no, like it was just very like I never understood that culture either. You're just hooking up to hook up. At one point, I remember, like I think it was like whether it's in our like high school age or leading into college, body count was like the goals were so high.
Right.
Girls, guys, they'd be like, "What's your body count? You trying to reach this? I'm trying to reach that. Like I'm trying to outdo you."
That's insane, dude.
And I'm like, now at our age, thinking about it, we're like,
Yeah.
ugh.
Yeah.
STDs,
Herpes, fucking everything. Like,
all the things. And I was like, everybody was ran through at my school.
That's wild. I never knew why that was such a big deal to me. And I only say that because, you know, I still got my V card because I'm not a loser and I don't lose. I'm a winner since day one.
Okay, slay.
No, but honestly, I don't know why it's like so taboo and why people think that that's such a, I guess, an achievement. You lose your virginity at like 18, but you don't know what the fuck you're going to be doing, right? Best case scenario out of that is like you don't have a kid.
I feel
you don't
like
know what you're doing.
The fine line is so crazy though. Because like we get taught it like maybe once. And then everybody's like, I'm an expert. I know what I'm doing.
Nah, I think, bro, sex education in the States too is also wild to me. I think, what is it? They had the talk, the birds and the bees talk or whatever, you know, in our school. I think it was in like 5th grade.
What the hell?
Or like 6th grade or something like that.
There ain't no way. That
Bro,
seems like child abuse.
I'm pretty sure it was that young.
We didn't learn until like, okay, still pretty young, but like 8th grade?
Yeah. No, I swear ours was
5th
like...
grade?
Yeah, it was
You're
like
10.
5th grade or... Bro, it was definitely like one of the first years of like our middle school, which is either the 5th grade or the 6th grade.
Oh, because your guys' was different.
Yeah, ours was different.
I forgot.
Yeah,
I was like,
private
that
school
is
kid.
fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I understand now.
And then the second time we went through that was like health class in high school.
Right.
But that was like, it was so brief and like, I don't know. It was
like they didn't even want to talk about it, but they had to, you know? And it was just
it
like...
had to be a part of the curriculum, but
Right.
they didn't know how to bring it up because like kids are still so immature.
Yeah.
And they're basically, the entire point of that class was just tell people to fucking bag it up, you know? Like,
100%. I feel like they should, because I know some schools still do it, but they should bring back those babies, like where you have to partner up with a classmate.
Bro, I always see those in the movies, and I'm actually kind of sad that
We didn't do that.
Yeah, we didn't get to experience that.
A
'cause
fucking
I'm like,
talk about here's some condoms.
Yeah.
And just
It's like, oh,
don't get a girl pregnant.
right.
Yeah.
And then this is like the repercussion of it, you know? You
They
get like this
should do
baby that
that.
like shits, burps, needs to eat, sleep, and whatever, and just like
Constantly
yeah,
cries.
and then you have to like parent it just to be like, oh, like this is a nightmare. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to go through this.
I think if they
'Cause kids are
instilled
tough.
that trauma into us, there wouldn't be that much of a sex issue.
Right. But yeah, I think those would be fun classes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
But back to that.
To what?
Sex culture thingy.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. What about
Even now in relationships now, like I feel like expectations in like the first date is even crazy.
Yeah, I think people just want it too quick. Like, why? Like,
Yeah,
fucking
like-
wait, chill out.
I literally will target men.
Whoa.
But I also am a woman hater. But like, it's like first date, men will be like, I pay for your dinner. I picked you up. They expect.
See, to me, they got something
Too
wrong
much.
with them. And I don't know if I was raised weird or whatever, but I don't think that there should ever be that expectation because it's got to be consensual. Like, you got to talk
100%.
about it. Like, just fucking talk about it,
But
bro.
I feel like at that point,
People just
like
don't talk.
girls kind of give in because they're just like, well.
Nah, that's crazy, bro. I think protect
It's
yourself.
hard though. No, exactly. But like, I feel like it's just hard because like first date wise, there's never a spoken like we're gonna fuck. It's more or less just like the vibes, right? Like you're starting to vibe. At the end of the day, you're starting to feel each other, and then like you make out or you give them a kiss,
Right.
and then one thing leads to another. Bada bing, bada boom.
Bro, those vibes can get you in trouble, bro. Because, like,
That's what I'm saying.
yeah, you're going to catch a case. You're going to fucking...
You're gonna catch a
like,
case, you gonna catch
bro,
a
just-
disease.
Yeah.
What the hell?
You can catch a case and a disease, bro.
Yeah, you don't know if
Get
fucking
wombo combo, like... you know?
Charles down the street has fucking
Yeah. Like,
chlamydia.
No. That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, we gotta bring back. I mean, it doesn't have to be that drastic, but back then when people were like, oh, like they would wait until like marriage or whatever,
yeah.
and stuff, so that they had like something to consummate their relationship and their love and whatnot. But it doesn't have to be that drastic. But I think it doesn't have to be like you said, like on the first date. Like, have some time, actually talk about it. I think
Get to know
that's
each
another
other,
thing, too.
maybe.
Yeah, relationships now is like I don't think there's any communication.
Oh, zero. Zilch. It's
It's-
rare that it happens.
Right.
Yeah.
It's insane. I think people are too. Also, another thing too, I think that is how addicted people are to their phones. You know, those like friend groups that are like
He's speaking about himself.
maybe okay, but no, I see so many people where they use their phone for everything and they don't know how to talk to people. Me and you could be like sitting in the same room, but then we'll just be texting each other. You know what I mean? A
For
text
sure.
combo, but we're right here. Like, why not
For
just
sure
turn
happens.
that shit off and then just like speak face to face?
Yeah.
Like what
Take
we're
your
doing
own
now. Like,
advice.
shit. What do you
Because
mean?
literally-
Oh, I'm always on the phone, but that's
He's
'cause
always
I'm
on the damn phone.
glued.
And my biggest pet peeve is repeating myself. And this dude literally is on his phone mid-conversation, mind you. And then he's just like, oh, what was that again? Can you repeat that?
Dude, I have TikTok brain, bro. Like, my brain works at 3 seconds, like in 3-second intervals.
That's also a thing in relationships. Like you were saying, like you're constantly on your phone. You don't know how to talk and communicate, right? But it's like, get off your damn phone.
Yeah. For sure. I agree with that 110%. I think like if we can make it a rule, okay, like if you were to have or like be in a relationship with somebody, like you guys gotta spend at least, I don't know, like fucking 10,000 hours without your phone or something with each other. Something insane.
Depending on what your love language is, right?
Yeah.
It always depends. But like quality time should just obviously be a given, regardless if that's your top 3 or not. If you're planning to be serious, you're trying to spend your future with that person.
Yeah,
and being on your damn phone on TikTok isn't going to help that at all.
Preach.
You going to live in the house 15 years into your marriage and you're still watching TikToks? Like, what?
You too old for that, Unc. You too
old. That is crazy. Like, I feel like that does kind of irk me in this day and age, like with youngins or like... Ew, I sounded so old saying that. But
these kids and their technology.
With the younger age or even like adults now, I've just noticed it more in the dating scene where there's no quality time whatsoever. There's literally no attention. Zero. And it's kind of sad. Because we're all kind of reverting back to like caveman mindset. Like
that's another thing.
We're not going to know how to talk.
Actually, it'd just be a bunch of fucking grunts, bro. Just But
yeah.
Anyways, I think you bring up a good point with like, I don't really care too much about like the actual details of like the love languages and like what goes into that. But I think it's important to know what makes you tick and what makes the other person tick.
Right.
I think so many people go into it, and especially in the early stages, they get brain fog because you hit that like honeymoon phase, right?
The honeymoon phase.
Yeah, like the first
dangerous phase.
The first like 3 months, 6 months or whatever, everything's all fucking like lovey-dovey and you're like, oh my gosh, you're like the greatest person in the world. And then you don't see any of the red flags. You're so blinded by everything. And then like when people talk bad, or not even talk bad, like they like bring up
anything about your partner,
about your partner that's in a negative aspect, and then all of a sudden you're playing defense.
100%.
Like you don't even see it from their point of view, from like an outsider's point of view, where it's like, oh, like this person is like fucking love bombing you, you know? Like,
and you're like, no, they're not. The fuck?
Right, exactly. You're like,
I would never let myself get.
I would never let myself be gaslit. And it's like, bro, like you literally are getting gaslit right the fuck now. Like, open your eyes, shit.
Yeah.
But it's important to know what qualities each person in that relationship is looking for and what like you strive to have, because if you're on the same page and you know what those qualities are and you can like work towards that, I think it builds that bond so much stronger.
Right. Yeah. No, for sure.
I think that's where people get so shy, I guess, about talking about that stuff, because they're afraid of getting hurt and getting broken and like the other person not liking you. But bro, you're contemplating spending so much time, effort, and money on this other person that just have the damn conversation and make it easy, bro. Like, just even if it's like transactional at first, where it's kind of like, all right, let's sit down and let's just go through all these bullet points that we fucking wrote down, you know, and like let's see if we even work out for each other, right? If that shit doesn't work, then like, bro, just fucking call it quits, shake hands, like leave on applicable terms and be like, okay, like on to the next.
And with that too, it's like it's harder because when it gets further into the relationship, it gets to that point where like the communication, like we were saying at the beginning of the episode, is like it gets so weak because we're afraid we're stepping on toes. But again, that is your partner, right? And it bottles up because you're like, oh, I won't mention it this time, but I'm going to let it like simmer, or like I'm going to see next time if it happens again.
Yeah.
And it becomes a pattern, right? But they still don't want to hurt the other person's feelings or get
and then they just deal with it.
Yeah, or get lashed back or whatever, you know, and exactly, they deal with it, or it becomes a huge problem.
Right.
And then like your partner is like, oh, this came from like left field when you're like bringing it up or like snapping on them.
Yeah.
And they're like, what the fuck?
Right.
When it could have just been nipped at the bud, just straight conversation of like, I don't like it that you do this, or I love it that you do this.
Exactly. It's that easy. And I think what happens too is like, by you allowing them to get away with it, not even, that's not the right term, but like allowing them to continually do it, then it builds in their brain that they think it's okay.
It's okay, you know? Exactly. Like if it's something that, even a compliment, you know, like we don't compliment each other enough as humans, but even like in relationships even more, right? Because you feel like they already know from like other forms of love expression or whatever. But you're like, it would be nice if you're like, oh dang, I'm so proud of you for like running a mile or something like that. You know what I mean? It's not like it doesn't have to be big, or like I'm so proud that you learned a new recipe this week. Something like that.
Bro, that makes so much sense. That's eye-opening for me. I think not to make it about myself, but because everything is always about me.
Okay.
I need to learn how to be better like words of affirmation. Because I don't know why. It's like I hate complimenting people, or like
he backhand compliments so damn hard. Like you feel hope when you hear something nice come out of his mouth, and then it just follows up with fucking just
but this.
Some stupid shit.
It's definitely an issue with me, and I think it's a coping mechanism, you know, and maybe that is why I'm single and I got my V card. I ain't losing. We up.
Period.
I guess the best advice I got for anybody out there trying to get into a relationship or just trying to make the relationship better is like talk to the other person. Like
communication is literally key.
If your relationship isn't built on anything else but communication, like bro, you be solid.
100%. I feel like even when people think it's repetitive, it's because it freaking works.
Yeah.
Like,
but it's also because like if you need to clarify something too, don't be afraid to clarify it, you know, because like bro, it's hard because when one person says it one way, right, the other person could have it come in and like understand it a different way.
Oh, 100%.
So it's kind of like, okay, like are we on the same page? Does this make sense in this instance? And like yada yada yada. And then if so, then like okay, great, perfect. Like let's move on. And then I think that way like you'll have so many less large disagreements because bro, of all of the relationships I've seen, a lot of the fights and a lot of the pettiness comes from the darndest things, you know?
Yeah.
It's like
when it could have just been resolved with communication.
Exactly. Like, bro, just talk to the other person. And not even just talk to the other person in big things, but like when you first start out, like talk to the other person about everything, bro. Like learn about the other person. Like, don't be so quick to jump into shit, you know? Like
100%. I think it's really nice to like even bring up difficult topics ahead of time just to see how the other person, like, when you're getting to know them, how they would like problem solve. Because
for sure, bro,
if you can't problem solve the same way,
it's gonna be ugly, and it's gonna be a long ass fucking relationship, bro.
Gonna be a lot of cops. Gonna be a lot of beating. Just kidding. But
I don't know what type of relationship.
A lot of arguments, but
watch out.
No, it's not. I'm just saying, like, it leads to toxic real fast. You know what I mean?
110%. But yeah, I think honestly, like, bro, just start throwing shit out there, bro, because you never know. Especially with the big things, you know, like how many kids you want, or like how do you like see like
not first date conversation, but at least second
could be
date.
bro, I don't know, feel it out.
Yeah.
Sometimes they be chill with it. I think that's one thing too. Like sometimes I move a little bit too quick, because when you're like interested in a person, the construct of time is like so different.
It is. It goes by really fast.
Like I think like those first initial like couple of months or like couple of interactions, like you feel like you spend so much time with that person that you like get to know them. You get to know so much about them that you wouldn't even know all these answers and all this information about like some of your closest friends.
Oh, 100%.
That's a good thing, especially if you're communicating, but also like space it out. Take your time. Like you've got like so much time on your hands that just...
Yes. And I feel like for the younger crowd too, yes, you will see your friends getting into relationships, but there's no rush.
Yeah, there's
you will find your person. You got to meet your goals first. You got to think about you and how you handle things before you should rush into anything, because being premature and getting into that is a whole nother, it's a whole nother beast. And it's not worth it.
Don't look at relationships as a competition. Take everything at your own pace. Everybody's a little bit different. Your time will come, and kind of just do your best to work on yourself and become the best person that you can. And in turn, you're going to get rewarded with the person that's the same way. And then you'll be in a relationship with a person who's their best person. And then you guys will fucking be amazing and live happily ever after and ride off into the sunset like they do in the movies.
Oh, that'd be so cute, but that doesn't happen.
Oh, don't ruin it for me, bro. I haven't gotten there yet.
Sorry. It will be sunshine and rainbows.
Yeah, see, that's what I want to hear.
And a castle.
Just have like the highest expectations for like my first relationship and everything, and I think that's kind of, it might be getting a little bit too late for that, but I don't know. Have you ever seen the movie 40-Year-Old Virgin?
I was about to bring that up when you were like, I still have my V card. I was like, be careful, you might be 40-year-old virgin, and then people will actually bully you.
Nah, I want them to make a movie about me, bro. I want to be what, a 50-year-old version.
Okay, you're gonna one up
60?
because he wants to win.
Yeah. I'm a winner, bro.
No, yeah, I feel
Never
like.
not losing.
Do you ever have like a? Do you ever think about like a time span of like? Obviously, you can't force it, right? Like,
Yeah.
it can't be like, oh yeah, 32, I'm gonna have a girlfriend. But
No,
like,
I really don't care, bro. I think before I cared, like when I was younger
mhm.
and when I was like in middle school and like high school and stuff, and I saw like all these people like being in a relationship. But I also think I matured like way faster. So my mind for me was never like, oh, I want a girlfriend. My mind was always, I want a shitload of money. I want
He's
a
like,
house.
I want
I want
money.
a car. Like, I don't think I've ever thought about like, I mean, I guess you do miss out on that. It's only like momentary lapses
Right.
where I'll be like, oh yeah, I wish I had somebody to like, I don't know, fucking take on a date or like do this and do that.
And I feel like-
and whatever. But no, I've always been, I'm a hoe for money. Like if I'm a hoe for anything, I'm a hoe for money.
He is a hoe. That's for sure.
The only way I'm a hoe is if there's enough money there.
That's crazy. I feel like, what was I gonna say? Like for you as well, guys, listen.
Listen
This
up.
gonna be my day one.
Okay.
It's gonna be a journey through this podcast. I will find suitable candidates for you,
That's insane.
whether you want them or not. This gonna be heading your way.
And forcing girls to
Like,
come meet me.
you gotta see
feel
if your
bad for them,
theory
bro.
works.
What do you mean? What theory?
You were talking about like arranged marriage,
Oh,
arrange
yeah,
this and that.
okay.
I'm gonna try to
Set it up,
arrange
set it up.
some dates for you and
Set
see
it
how
up.
it goes. And
Knock
then
it out of the park.
we'll give you guys updates in our other not in the podcast, but in other things.
Yeah. Turn a whole ass vlog channel
Yeah.
to fucking me.
100%.
Like a just dating show just about me. That'd be funny.
That would be
I think
hilarious.
it'd be. That's
just-
another thing too. I want to see my friends on dates. Like I think that would like bring me the most entertainment and most joy in my life. Is if I gotta see like their reactions and like how they go about
On the
like,
next
in the
episode
dating
of Friends
scene.
Mic'd Up.
But I don't want them to know about it. I want them to be like genuine. Like, I don't want them to be like playing for it. I want to be
Yeah.
like, oh, I want to low key stalk them and be
Ew.
like, oh, like let me see this. Let me see this person in action. And I always say this because a lot of our friends in our group are kind of like me, and they're like narcissistic, and they like think so highly of themselves, and they're like, dude, I got game and all this shit and yada yada yada. And then I've never seen anybody pull anything, and we're all single and fucking like
Yep.
just. Actually, now that I think about it, most of our friend group is hitched now.
In our
In
relationships. Yeah.
And I think 2 people standing, and I'm one of them.
That's for sure. That is for sure.
That's insane to think about, bro. Damn, you guys are getting old.
Dang, you're gonna be that uncle.
Yeah, I'm gonna be the cool uncle.
Yeah, the one that
Maybe
gives
the
money
cool
to all
uncle.
the kids.
Hell yeah, bro. I'm gonna be the one that like lets them drive a car at like 8 years old.
Ooh.
And then like you guys will be like screaming at them, and then I'll be like, what's me?
You would too.
Throw them under the bus immediately.
That'd be terrible. Yeah. Well, that's a nice touch on relationships.
Yeah. Anything else to add before we like wrap this up, or is that good?
Don't be silly, wrap your willy. That's what I want to end on.
Okay, Shakespeare.
Yep.
All right, guys. I think that concludes this episode of Rice Fed. That was our hot takes. Not even our hot takes. Just a bunch of takes on relationships and how delusional it is and why it's so difficult now. But yeah, tune into the next one and we'll keep feeding you that rice.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
Peace out.
All right. Deuces.